This is Julie Jordan Scott. It's time for poetry and writing prompts in the park. And hi there, bubbly Bible girl. I'm not sure of your name. If you could comment and let me know, that would be awesome. Okay, so hi! I am at one of my favorite tucked away parks here in Bakersfield. It is called, it's part of the Kern River Parkway. Behind me is a rather busy street. I'm really close to my house. There are trees. These are, I believe, cottonwoods. I'm actually in a part of the park called the San Miguel Commemorative Grove, Collier. And I really like it here. Kindred, I love ya. But I will show you a tree when I'm done with the poem. I think you'll appreciate it. Looks like they tried to cut it down, but it looks like a sculpture. So I'm hoping that they'll keep it. I took some still photos. You know me, can't control myself. But I'm late today because it's holiday season. I've had the roughest time keeping a schedule. Hope you'll forgive me for that. And we're going to read a poem called The One Girl at the Boys' Party by Sharon. So how this works, if you haven't been here before, is I read the poem through once, and then I give you a writing prompt, and then I read the poem through again. So I haven't come up with a prompt yet, so I'm seeing if I, and thank you for sharing, by the way. I haven't come up with a prompt yet, so I'm looking quickly at the poem. I think what I'll do is I'll just wait till I'm done reading the poem, and then I'll give you a prompt, all right? So at the bottom of the poem, I will give you a prompt. I'm also right by the bike path here in Bakersfield that goes from one end of the town to the other, and so you're going to see a bicyclist go by in just a second. And some might come out of that tunnel. And bicyclists can be poetry. So anyway, here we go. Welcome, welcome. By the way, I will not see, there he's going into the tunnel. I will not speak or answer questions until I'm done reading the poem through once, just so you know if you're coming in, if you could just hold on and hold questions till the end. So here we go. The One Girl at the Boys' Party by Sharon. When I take our girl to the swimming party, I set her down among the boys. They tower and bristle. She stands there smooth and sleek, her math scores unfolding in the air around her. They will strip to their suits, her body hard and indivisible as a prime number. They'll plunge in the deep end. She'll subtract her height from 10 feet, divide it into hundreds of gallons of water, the numbers bouncing in her mind like molecules of chlorine in the bright blue pool. When they climb out, her ponytail will hand its pencil lead down her back. Her narrow silk suit with hamburgers and French fries printed on it will glisten in the brilliant air. And they will see her sweet face, solemn and sealed, a factor of 1. And she will see their eyes, 2 each, their legs, 2 each, and the curves of their sexes, 1 each. And in her head, she'll be doing her wild multiplying as she drops sparkle and fall to the power of 1,000 from her body. The One Girl at the Boys' Party. Yeah, she'll subtract her height from 10 feet. It's a poem all about math. Now, what I love about this is, number one, we don't necessarily expect math to be poetry, and I think that it is, even though I'm not much of a mathematician. I think that math is, in fact, poetry. And so I think that what I'll give you as a prompt is not exactly like words from the poem, but I would like for you to think about something that isn't something and then come up with how it is. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. So something that isn't something and then come up with what it is. Like math isn't poetry, right? And I'm saying, yeah, math is poetry. It's like math is art. Math is poetry. Painting is engineering. Kelly, the Hoosier paint girl, just came in. She's into painting. So something that isn't something and yet it is. Does that make sense? I think that's a good place to kind of contemplate and just look about like this this tree that I'm going to show you. How about if we walk over there? We're going to walk over to the tree that I'm talking about that looks like a sculpture. And I'm going to trust that my purse is okay here, all right? So here we go. Tap. Okay, so here's the grove that I'm sitting in. And we're going to walk over to the tree that I think is sculpture. And I'll put the camera or the phone right by my, or whatever this is, it's an iPad, right by my mouth. So hopefully the sound quality will be okay. but I'm walking toward a tree that has been cut down, which of course causes me pain. So Parks and Rec came through here this year and they cut down a whole bunch of trees and they cleared away a lot of brush, which I understand because there's lots of fires here. But they cut this beauty down, and when I look at it, I see sculpture. Do you see it? I know. I know. That's what I felt. But I saw her. It used to be that you couldn't see over here from the street because there were so much trees, so many trees, so much underbrush. You see defiance. Good. But look over here. I see a baby on its mommy's back. I see like an otter. Wait, you'll see in just a second. Hey, Donna. Thanks for sharing. Okay, do you see the animal playing on its mommy's back right there? I just love that. That's what I saw from the street, because the street's right up here. You'll see this. There's cars right here. Cars going by. And I drove right above, right through here where the bicyclist is coming. I drove right above there and I looked over before I got here and I go, oh my gosh, what is that sculpture? And then I saw, oh, it's a tree. It's a tree they cut down. So, hello, hi. Bunch of bicyclists. Anyway, so we're gonna go back over to where, actually I might read from here. I think I will, how about that? I think it's really cool too. I'm ready to write the city and say, hey, keep that tree. I don't know what they're planning to do with it. But the fact that it's still sitting here and hasn't been taken away makes me think that someone like us came and said, this is a dead tree. No, it's art. This is a dead tree. No, it's a baby playing on its mama's back. This is a dead tree. No, it's so this is how I would like you. Collier, my kindred, Collier Ma. Yeah, she's holding a sit-in. She's refusing to leave her home. But isn't it interesting that someone saw something enough to leave it there? Even if it was left here just for us to enjoy it and for us to document it and for me to call the city and say, yo, what's up? So this may be your writing prompt right here. It's no accident that we showed up here today. Okay, so I have my book in my hand. I'm trying to find a place to set it down. I have my Wi-Fi in one hand. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. All right, here we go. My purse is over there. This isn't the greatest area, but I think we're okay. Something that isn't something. Yes, exactly. That's your prompt, something that isn't something. One of the reasons I chose this poem is because when I was a young girl, I was constantly being invited to the boy parties, and I would be the only girl. And I think one of the reasons that I was invited to all the boy parties is because I'm really feminine. I'm one of the girliest girls you'll ever meet. But I do love things like nature. I'm not afraid of getting dirty. I'm not afraid of seeing something like this and climbing on it. Like, I did not climb on this, but it's surprising because I'm known to do stuff like that. So here we go. I'm going to read the poem. The prompt is to write something that isn't something. Something that is something and it's not something. I think that's how Collier worded it. It was really good. Yeah, we'll give her some love. Here we go. So The One Girl at the Boys' Party by Sharon Olds. When I take our girl to the swimming party, I set her down among the boys. They tower and bristle. She stands there, smooth and sleek, her math scores unfolding in the air around her. They will strip to their suits, her body hard and indivisible as a prime number. They'll plunge in the deep end. She'll subtract her height from 10 feet, divide it into hundreds of gallons of water, the numbers bouncing in her mind like molecules of chlorine in the bright blue pool. When they climb out, her ponytail will hand its pencil lead down her back. Her narrow silk suit with hamburgers and French fries printed on it will glisten in the brilliant air, and they will see her sweet face, solemn and sealed, a factor of one, and she will see their eyes, two each, their legs, two each, and the curves of their sexes, one each, and in her head she'll be doing her wild multiplying as the drops sparkle and fall to the power of 1,000 from her body. Did you hear it that time? The sparkles falling to the power of 1,000 from her body. Potent stuff. Thank you, Sharon Olds. Math is poetry. Math is poetry. It isn't poetry, is it? Yes, it is. So your creativity prompt is to write of something that isn't something, but it is, and it is. So anyway, I'm going to flip back around so you can see the bike path. Okay, this is where my son learned to ride a bike. There's a bicyclist coming towards us. He learned to ride a bike here in one try. It was amazing. He has autism, some of you know this, but he came one day, he wanted to ride, put the bike on the path, and he took off riding it. It was amazing. I cried. And I recorded it all. I have a video of it on YouTube. And then the bike path goes up here, and it goes to Cal State University Bakersfield this way. And if you go through the tunnel, it goes to a really cool park called Hart Park, where if you've come to my Scopes with Poetry for a long time, you've been there. And here we're back at where I started. You can see my purse. Whew, wow. This has been an awesome time. And to think, I was thinking, I'm late, I should just forget my scope today. I'm so glad that I didn't. Yes, write that. Write that. If you want a specific content topic, I would suggest you just leave your heart open and look around where you are. And those things that something that isn't something that is something will pop in more than you know. It's the power of paradox. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, I will post some photos of the tree that is a sculpture, that isn't a sculpture, that is a sculpture. I took some stills. I'll post some of those on Twitter. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing. And Happy New Year. I will be here tomorrow, perhaps from Sequoia National Forest. We'll see if I'm able to do that or not. But nonetheless, I will be around sometime close to this time. You're very welcome. Please come again. Brayby Cricket. We're just about to leave. Watch the replay. Really cool experience. I think we can attest. My name is Julie Jordan Scott. Yes, Happy New Year, Steve. I'm a creative life coach. My work is about inspiring your artistic rebirth. You, every single one of you here, and others who haven't found us yet, which is why I appreciate the sharing. The world is waiting for your words, your art, your heartbeat, your breath, and all that you do and who you are. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, and I will see you next time.